Have you ever heard the phrase, small things done repeatedly create big differences? That's the power of the compound effect. Imagine you have a small stone, and every day you add another stone on top. Sounds simple, but after a while, you'll build a solid mountain of stones. Similarly, every small habit you perform daily accumulates and creates huge, unexpected results. Here's a great example of this effect. You eat one donut a day. One donut doesn't seem like much, right? But if you keep this habit for a year, you've added thousands of extra calories to your body, affecting your health and shape. On the other hand, if every day you spend 10 minutes reading, learning a new skill, or making an important call, after a year you've absorbed thousands of pages, gained experience, and expanded your network, things that can change your whole life. This shows success isn't a giant leap, but a journey of small, consistent, persistent steps. Don't overlook daily small habits just because they seem insignificant. Value every minute you invest in yourself, because that's how you build a solid foundation for your future. And when you understand the power of small actions, you'll easily see why daily reflection, the habit I'm about to share next, is so important. Because it's the way to look back on those small actions, see if you're on the right path, and adjust to keep the compound effect going strong. Let's move to the next part, intentional daily reflection. The purposeful daily habit that helps you control and maximize the power of the compound effect. Have you ever felt like you're working non-stop, but the results just don't meet your expectations? You spend hours, days grinding away at work, but in the end, it feels like you're running in place and not moving forward at all? I've been there too. There were days when I was so busy I barely had time to breathe, drowning in a pile of tasks without seeing any real progress. Then one day I asked myself, maybe the problem isn't that I haven't done enough, but that I haven't learned how to do it right? And that's when I discovered a simple habit. A habit not everyone knows about, but if you master it, it can change your entire life. Just 5 minutes a day, and I started to see a massive difference. Not by working more hours, but by working smarter. Today I want to share with you that habit. The habit that helped me and thousands of others turn hectic days into meaningful ones, bringing us closer to our goals and dreams. Are you ready to discover it? Let's dive deep into this lesson, because maybe just one small step today could be the biggest turning point of your life. You know, in life, many people believe that to succeed, the only way is to work really hard, putting in endless hours. I used to think the same. A friend of mine, Mark, worked 12 hours every day from dawn till late night, barely resting. But strangely, after a year, his income hadn't increased, and his exhaustion just kept piling up. Meanwhile, others, maybe working only 6 or 7 hours a day, were progressing quickly, their income steadily rising, and most importantly, they still had time for family, friends, and themselves. Why such a big difference? The answer lies in how they work. Hard work is necessary, but it's not enough. Success isn't about how many hours you put in, but how you use those hours. We often hear, work smarter, not harder. But how do you actually do that? The key is discovering small, meaningful habits and actions that shift you from busy to productive. A small change in how you approach work, a habit you build daily, can turn everything around in ways you never expected. Mark tried changing. He started prioritizing important tasks and cutting out time-wasting activities that didn't bring results. He also took 5 minutes each day to reflect on what he did right, what went wrong, and what he could improve tomorrow. The result? Not only did his productivity soar, but his mood and health improved dramatically. Sometimes it's not about doing more, but doing things differently. And in this video, I'm going to take you through that habit. A habit that's not complicated, but powerful enough to multiply your life results by 10. Keep watching as we explore the power of discipline, the strength of simple discipline, the bridge to lasting success. Have you ever wondered what truly separates those who just dream from those who actually achieve their goals? The simple yet profound answer: discipline. Discipline isn't some magic power or divine gift. It's the invisible bridge connecting your goals to real results. Many people mistakenly believe motivation or talent decide success. But that's not the case. Motivation comes and goes. Talent isn't something everyone has. Discipline is something you can train every single day. I remember a story about Maya, an ordinary girl, not a genius or superstar. But every morning, she woke up on time, spent 30 minutes exercising, read 10 pages of a book, and planned her day. While her friends often procrastinated and slacked off, Maya stuck to these small habits for years. The result? Not only did Maya stay healthy, but she also climbed the career ladder fast and built the life she dreamed of. You don't have to do everything at once or perfectly. Just a few simple habits, repeated daily with discipline, can create the power to change your entire life. But discipline isn't always easy. There will be days you're tired, discouraged, or tempted to give up. Yet it's precisely that persistence in discipline during those times that makes all the difference. As Thomas Edison said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." That perspiration is discipline. And this is the key for you not just to work smart, but to work like a winner. Next, we'll explore the power of small daily actions, the power of gradual accumulation, also called the compound effect, which will multiply your results in astonishing ways. Have you ever taken a moment to pause, look back at your day, and ask yourself, what did I do well? What can I do better tomorrow? If not, you're not alone. Most of us get so caught up in the hustle of work and life that we forget to reflect, meaning to consciously look back at ourselves. This habit is called intentional daily reflection. It's not just about recalling what happened, but about asking deep questions to better understand yourself, your actions, and your results. I have a friend named Lisa. Every night before bed, she spends 5 minutes writing down 3 things: what she did well today, what could have been better, and what she will change tomorrow. At first, Lisa found it tough because she had to face her mistakes and flaws. But after a few weeks, she started noticing patterns, things that distracted her or pulled her down. Thanks to that, Lisa was able to adjust, drop bad habits, and focus on what truly mattered. We can't fix what we don't see. Reflection helps us shine light on the hidden corners of our day, understand ourselves better, and gradually improve. That's why this habit is a game changer, a powerful shift that can cause a breakthrough in your life. But why do so many people still skip it? And how do you make reflection a natural part of your life? I'll share that next in the 5-minute reflection formula, a simple reflection formula you can start tonight. If you think effective reflection requires hours, thick journals, or complex analysis, here's some good news. You only need 5 minutes. There's a simple yet powerful formula I want to share, the 5-minute reflection formula. You can do it tonight, anywhere, anytime. Imagine you just finished your day. Sit down, close your eyes briefly, and ask yourself these 5 small questions. 1. What did I do well today? Recall your moments of success, even the smallest ones. For example, finishing an important call or staying calm in a tough situation. Recognizing strengths builds confidence and motivation to keep going. 2. What didn't go as planned? Be honest with yourself without self-blame. Like a coach reviewing game footage, just identify areas to improve next time. 3. What distracted me? This is a crucial question, because what you don't control will control you. You may realize you got pulled into social media, emails, or unnecessary chats. 4. What am I grateful for today? Focusing on gratitude helps you maintain a positive mindset, reduce stress, and feel happy despite challenges. 5. What is my most important goal for tomorrow? Setting a clear top priority helps you start the next day with focus and determination. I remember a friend who was lost, not knowing where to begin changing habits. But when she used this 5-minute formula every night, after a few weeks, her life felt more organized. Productivity increased, and most importantly, she felt in control of her life. You don't need to do too much, just do the right things consistently. And when you learn to reflect the right way, you begin adjusting rather than blindly acting. Next, we'll dive deeper into why reflection has such powerful effects in the science behind reflection, the science behind the habit, and how it helps you grow exponentially. Did you know that taking time to look back at your day is not just a simple mental habit, but also backed by solid science? Research shows that reflection activates brain areas responsible for self-awareness and sound decision-making. When you ask yourself, what did I do well? What can I improve? You create an important feedback loop. It's like a mirror for your soul, helping you constantly adjust your behavior instead of unconsciously repeating mistakes. I remember a Harvard study where people who practiced daily reflection showed significant improvements in focus, reduced stress, and increased productivity within just a few weeks. Besides that, reflection helps develop self-awareness, a deep understanding of yourself, your habits, strengths, and weaknesses. For example, when you realize you're often distracted by social media, you can proactively set limits and control it. You can't change what you don't recognize. That's why daily reflection helps you speed up your personal growth journey. It's like a pilot constantly checking their compass to stay on course and avoid veering off path. And when you grasp the scientific power behind this habit, you'll be more motivated to keep it up every day. Next, I'll show you how to turn theory into action with layering growth, the method of combining reflection with other habits for exponential and sustainable growth. Once you understand the power of daily reflection, the next step isn't to stop there. It's about building a system of habits, where each habit doesn't just exist on its own, but supports and complements the others, helping you grow faster and more sustainably. I call this layering growth. Imagine you're building a house. Daily reflection is the solid foundation. But to complete and strengthen the house, you need other bricks, like setting clear goals, practicing gratitude, and planning your next day. For example, famous people like Oprah Winfrey and Tim Ferriss use this system. They don't just look back at their day, they also set goals for the next day and take time to feel grateful for what they have. All these habits form a tight chain, helping them stay focused and keep long-lasting motivation. Growth isn't a single habit, but a combination of many small habits done consistently. When you layer one habit on top of another, the effect isn't just additive, it multiplies exponentially. And the secret to doing this is building a system that fits your life and personality, simple, sustainable, and meaningful. In the next section, we'll explore common obstacles when building habits and how to overcome them to keep your growth system running smoothly. We've talked a lot about the power of habits and reflection. But did you know most people fail to maintain them long-term? Why is that? The simple but deep answer: barriers. Those invisible obstacles always present on the path of change. One of the biggest barriers is laziness. Not just not wanting to do something, but the brain's attempt to hold on to old habits because they feel safe and familiar. I remember a friend named Jack. He really wanted to keep up his nightly reflection habit, but almost always failed. He often felt exhausted after a long day and told himself, "I'll do it tomorrow." Besides that, distractions from social media, emails, messages are the #1 enemies, making it hard to focus and stay consistent. Lastly, there's the fear of facing reality. Many people avoid confronting their flaws because it's uncomfortable and hurts their confidence. But the good news is all these barriers can be overcome. The key lies in applying simple behavioral psychology strategies, habit stacking, attaching new habits to old ones to make them easier to remember and do, anchoring, creating anchors like reflecting right after brushing your teeth, reinforcement, rewarding yourself upon completion to build motivation. These techniques help make habits a natural part of life, minimizing brain resistance. You don't have to be perfect, just persistent and able to adjust when you stumble. And if you understand these barriers clearly, you'll have a great chance to succeed, standing apart from the crowd. In the final part, we'll talk about how to track progress and stay motivated so you can keep growing on this journey. We've traveled an important journey together, from understanding the power of discipline, exploring the compound effect, to daily reflection and building a strong system of habits. But all this knowledge only truly matters when you start taking action. I remember a story about John, who was stuck in a cycle of procrastination and lack of direction. He heard many times about the importance of reflection, but always thought, "I'll do it tomorrow." That tomorrow kept dragging on until he realized he had wasted too much precious time. Then one day, John decided to spend just 5 minutes before bed answering the simple questions we discussed, and his life changed dramatically. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need to start, right now, today. 5 minutes for yourself every night can be the start of a huge transformation. It helps you understand yourself better, keep motivation strong, and gradually adjust to make tomorrow better than today. And you know what? Success isn't something you go out and find. It's who you become through every choice and small action each day. So don't wait any longer. Sit down, grab a pen, and start your reflection journey tonight. Write down your honest thoughts, assess yourself, and plan for tomorrow. And if you find this video helpful, don't hesitate to share it with those you love, because everyone deserves the chance to change their life in this amazing way. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is your 5 minutes each night. Thank you for being with me, wishing you a meaningful and brilliantly successful growth journey. Have you ever felt like you're trying hard but see no progress? That's a very normal feeling when we have no way to see our achievements. That's why tracking progress and measuring success is crucial to keep your motivation burning bright. I remember Sarah, a friend who started exercising to improve her health. At first, she was confused and didn't know if she was improving because her weight barely changed. But when she started logging minutes of exercise, water intake, and how she felt after workouts, she gradually noticed her body getting stronger and endurance improving. Seeing these small wins kept Sarah from quitting and pushed her to keep going. The more you see your progress, the more motivated you become to continue. There are many simple ways to track progress: a small notebook, a habit tracking app on your phone, or just a checklist on the wall. The most important thing is to do it regularly to create a positive feedback loop. You do well, you acknowledge it, you keep pushing. With an effective tracking system, you not only see how far you've come, but also know what to improve, allowing you to adjust your growth path accordingly. And now, having understood how to track progress and maintain motivation, let's move to an inspiring conclusion, where I'll encourage you to start your reflection and discipline journey tonight, reminding you that every small step brings you closer to success each day.